guys, welcome to Stacking the Shelves for the weekend of April 1st, April Fool's Day. I do some funny April Fool's jokes, but I'm not really that good at that, so I'm just going to tell you what books I got. And I could say like I got 100 books, but I didn't really. As I mentioned in the previous post, we were in Hawaii for a couple weeks, and then when I came back, I was pretty busy, so I haven't done a book haul for 3 or 4 weeks. So this is going to be my book haul for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and I have a few, but not a ton, and really it's no April Fool's joke. This is what I got. So I did get 3 books for review. The first one I got for review is Wicked Treasure by Jordan Elizabeth. This is the 3rd book in the Treasure Chronicles. The first 2 were kind of like, they're like historical fantasy. They're set in America during the Wild West, but there's like magic and some steampunk elements to them. So yeah, this one, it actually comes out April 11th, so it comes out in a couple weeks. I apologize, the camera's like adjusting color funny. The second one I got for review is Gardenia by Kelsey Sutton. She also wrote, I just forgot the name of it. She wrote one about a girl who could like see emotions. It was kind of an interesting young adult book. This is another young adult book. It's about a girl who sees how many minutes, seconds, whatever, how much time people have left to live over their heads. And it sounded like a really interesting premise again. And so I got it to review, and it is already out. I believe it came out the last weekend of February. So if you're interested in it, it's already out. The last one I got for review, those were both from NetGalley, was from the Amazon Vibe program, and that is The Evaporation of Sophie Snow by Mary Weber. This sounds like it's like a science fiction, like post-apocalyptic thing. It says, for fans of Ender's Game and Blade Runner, a story of video gaming, blood, and power. I like video gaming. I also like some sci-fi stuff, so this sounded really interesting to me. Hopefully I will like it. I've heard some good things about it. I believe it comes out in June, so it says June 6th. So in a few months. So The Evaporation of Sophie Snow. It looks like just kind of an interesting one. So those are the 3 I got for review. Then I did buy some books this week. And technically this first one I bought for my son. He got his report card and he did a good job. So I got him a couple books that he had been wanting. The first one that I got him is Mighty Jack by Ben Hatke. This Ben Hatke, I think that's how you say his name, Hatke. Maybe, I don't know. I'm bad with names, as you guys know. Anyways, he also writes the Cleopatra in Space series, which I know my son loves. Mighty Jack is his next series, and my son was so excited because I guess there's a couple characters from Cleopatra in Space that kind of do cameos in this book. So I gave it to him tonight, or earlier today. He sat down and read it immediately, and then came and threw it in my lap and said, "This is awesome." So apparently this is awesome. So I do look forward to reading that. And I'm glad he's willing to share it with me since I did give it to him. And then when we were at the bookstore, I picked up a couple mangas because I'm struggling a bit with what manga series to read next. I really love the Black Butler series, and I loved Hellsing, but that's all done. And I really loved, what am I thinking? I'm blanking. I love like Claymore, but that's pretty much wrapped up. And so I was reading Attack on Titans, and I got to like 12, 13, and it's just moving too slow for me. I stopped reading it. And then I was reading Pandora Hearts, which I really love the artwork, and I thought some aspects of the story were really neat, but it was really confusing to keep track of the characters and figure out what's going on. The story's just kind of confusing. So then I stopped reading that one. So I picked up one manga because I just thought it looked fun, and I thought it might be something my son would like too, and that's Nico Gahara, Stray Cat Samurai, Volume 1 by Hiroyuki Takai. I think that's how you say that. I did read this. I honestly wouldn't recommend it, especially not, I will not be giving it to my son to read. It's very gory, lots of cats like killing each other, and it's got an element of like drug abuse in it as well. I was not a huge fan. Probably the biggest thing I did not like about it was the action scenes are really hard to follow. Like you don't know what's going on in the story. So, I don't know. That was like a mini review with this one. I got this, I read it, I didn't really like it. I wouldn't really recommend it. The next one I got though, I really did like, and this is The Girl from the Other Side by Nagabe, and this is volume 1 in the Girl from the Other Side series. This is dubbed as a quiet fairy tale, and I also read this one, so I'm going to give you a little mini review. I really, really like this one. The artwork is very, very nice. It's got a detail. It's kind of beautiful in like a simple, like, you know, kind of way. But the whole story is kind of like that. So, you know, the demon-looking guy is an outsider. She's an insider, and they're not supposed to mingle. So the outsiders, if they touch the insiders, they turn them. They give this curse, and the insiders turn into this horrible beast or whatever. But these two kind of have like a father-daughter relationship because she accidentally got left in the outsiders area, and it was a very like cute, interesting, mysterious story that I actually really liked a lot. So I'm very excited to see what happens in the next one. There's not a lot of action in here. It's more like mystery. It's got a very fairy tale feel to it. But I did really enjoy it. So this was one I bought, The Girl to the Other Side. And I like immediately wanted to go get like the second and third one, but they don't come out till later this year. So it's a relatively new manga. But I was excited because I'm just excited to read this and find something different and find a manga I like. And this is rated for all ages, and it would be appropriate for any age so far. So I probably will let my son read this if he wants to. I don't know. We'll see what he thinks about it. Okay, so those were the 3 I bought. Then I swapped one book through paperback swap, and that is The Glass Sentence by S.E. Grove. I don't know a ton about this. I had it on my wish list on there for a while. But I know it's like a historical fantasy, I believe, and a lot of people compare it to Philip Pullman's The Golden Compass series, which I really liked. So I went ahead and got this one, The Glass Sentence. It's actually kind of a cool book. It's got like this, you know, kind of see-through like thing, so you can like see the picture through it. And it's got the nice like rough-edged pages and all that, so it should be a fun one to read. And then the last book I got from the library, and that is Awake at Dawn by C.C. Hunter. This is the second book in the Shadowfall series. I read the first book while I was on vacation in Hawaii, and I liked it. It's a very typical young adult paranormal book. But I haven't been reading much of that lately, so it was kind of fun to get back into that like genre and just read something kind of simple and fun. It's about a girl who gets sent off to the special camp that's for people with special abilities, and she finds out that there's like witches and shapeshifters and vampires and all these different races and types of people, but she doesn't know what she is. So she's spending a lot of the book trying to figure out what she is. There's also a mystery in there about like some stuff that's going on at a wildlife sanctuary near them and kind of solving that mystery. So I liked it. It was an easy read. It was a quick read. It was very typical young adult paranormal. It had some interesting mysteries in it, some interesting characters. So I'm going to go ahead and read the second book. I'm going to try Awake at Dawn and see how I like it. I know I am like way behind the game on the series. It's been out for a very long time, and a lot of people really like it. So yeah, that was it. So that makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, upside down, 6, 7, 8 books for me in the last like 3 to 4 weeks. I'm not exactly sure if it's been 3 or 4 weeks. We did have a good time in Hawaii. We went to the Big Island for 12 days, which is a pretty long time. We saw a lot of really cool stuff. We saw lava. The lava was really high in the crater, so we could actually see it like bubbling and stuff, which was cool. We did a submarine ride, which was awesome. We went like 130 feet below the ocean floor and saw some shipwrecks and some fish. We did dolphin swim, which was really cool because we got to swim with the baby dolphin and the mommy dolphin, and we got to do hand signals and like swim with them and get hit by dolphin tails and all that. So that was kind of fun. Although dolphin tails are really hard, and my son was complaining a little bit about it, and I was like, you can say you got that bruise on your leg from a dolphin tail, so that is like awesome, right? And then we did a whale watching tour, and that was actually a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be. The whales came up right next to the boat. It was humpback whales, and they were huge. So that was kind of the highlights from our trip. We did a lot of waterfalls. We did snorkeling and some tide pools. Would I go back to the Big Island? Probably not. It's a really long plane ride. It's like 10 hours. And it is hot. It was really hot, especially like on the Kona coast which is where a lot of the touristy stuff is. It was in the 90s. Almost every day we were there, and it was hot. I'm in from Minnesota, and that was just hot because we left like 20-degree weather to 90-something degree weather. And I have 2 hockey players in the family, and everybody was hot, and there is no air conditioning there. The only other issue we had for it is there are like a couple nice beaches, but most of the beaches are lava rock there. And lava rock is sharp, it's easy to cut yourself on, and it's slippery. So what I was telling people at work when I came back is I wouldn't go to the Big Island unless you have an older kid. My son is 10, and I think that was like probably the youngest I would go there with, just because a lot of the stuff you do there is a little bit like borderline dangerous. They have a lot of earth cracks around. And I'm like talking, you're like walking by the shopping mall, and there's like beware of earth crack, and there's this giant crack into the earth. So I think if I had like a toddler running around, I probably would have had a heart attack. But aside from that, we did see a lot of stuff that you're never going to see anywhere else. I think maybe we would have, if you're planning a trip to Hawaii, I would probably recommend doing like 6 days on the Big Island and like 6 days on Maui or Oahu, which is a little bit more like vacation-y resort-ish than the Big Island is. Yeah, but we had fun, and it was great to be away. It was hard to come back to work and like deal with the time change and everything. My son had quite a bit of trouble with the time change. All right, so I blabbed a long time about that. I will let you guys go. I hope you guys got lots of great books and that you have a great week of reading ahead of you. I will talk to you again next week. So hopefully I won't have this big gap between posts again. I will be back here for a while, sadly. But, you know, it's also nice to get back to your routine, right? All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Have a great week. Bye.